Emmy Award-nominated host Phil Keoghan has experienced a life full of travel and adventure. He started traveling around the world at the age of 2 and has been globetrotting ever since, serving as host and a producer of CBS's 6-time Emmy Award-winning reality series, The Amazing Race. He continues to travel at a pace few could match. I know I couldn't come close. And once again, Phil Keoghan joins us here right in South Florida. Phil, how are you today?
I am great. It's good to hear that music in the background there. I feel like we're about to begin the Amazing Race again.
I know. You know what? I get chills hearing that music because I'm thinking, I watched this show and I watched last night and I'm thinking to myself, are you kidding me? Because every season, and I can't believe how long this has gone on for. By the way, does that shock you or surprise you at all?
Yeah, it always surprises me when we hear that we get a chance to do the race again. And here we are, 14 years, 26 seasons, so many trips around the world, having been able to share the world with so many racers and with the audience. And the show plays in over 100 countries around the world. So it's a privilege. It's an honor. I'm blessed, and I feel good that I'm a part of something that people like. That's a blessing.
So in other words, it's really not doing that well.
No, it's doing terribly, and that's why I'm on the phone with you.
Hey, Phil, what's unique about the contestants this time?
Well, we decided that it would be kind of interesting to pose the question, is it possible to find love on a 35,000-mile race around the world?
Nice.
So we took 6 existing couples who were dating and dating for some time. A couple of them are married. And then we also decided that we would pair up 10 singles, have them meet at the starting line for the very first time. 10 people that we've tried to pair up to the best of our ability into 5 couples and have them race alongside these existing couples and send them on a 35,000-mile race, which takes about 21 days to complete, to see if it's actually possible for them to fall in love.
Listen, Phil, I got a bone to pick with you, by the way. And I realize that you're probably doing a lot of radio stations this morning, but I don't know if you remember me. Do you remember me at all?
Well, I've talked to you many times.
Right.
And I don't know if we've met in person. I'm trying to think of whether we've met in person. But
that's where I want to pick the bone with you, because the last time we actually did have you in the studio was in Denver. You were there with your dad. Remember the pictures you took?
Well, look, you've moved cities, so you're making it confusing now.
You never sent me the pictures.
What do you mean I never sent you the pictures?
The last time we talked to you, which was, I guess, last year for the beginning of Amazing Race, you promised me you still had the pictures and you were going to email me the pictures.
In this day and age, when everybody has got a camera and everybody's taking pictures, I was the only one with the camera, took pictures, and then promised that I would send you the pictures.
They were your dad's pictures on his camera. You were in the studio with him. It was a great time, and I'm waiting for these pictures. It's only been a few years.
Well, it's about 10 years, I think. It's 2005.
I know, that's when it was. I just had to give you crap about that again. So,
well, listen, it's sort of like a wine. You have sometimes some things have to mature.
I know, but I figured this would make a perfect Throwback Thursday kind of thing,
Well, it will make a perfect Throwback Thursday. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to have to go back now.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Find these photographs. You're killing me. How am I going to sleep at night now that I know that I've upset you?
We're talking to Emmy Award-winning nominated host Phil Keoghan from The Amazing Race. And part of the new team, there's 5 couples that are meeting for the first time, which has got to be so awkward.
I think it's great.
It is awkward, but it is great to watch because they want love. They're there because they want love, and we get to watch up close what happens, like literally from the first moment when they lock eyes on each other. And I even say to them at the starting line, like, is there anything, like, do you feel any spark there? Like, are there any feelings like, wow, this person looks cute? Are you feeling any potential with this relationship? And we get to watch that, and I think it's a really interesting dynamic.
How'd you pick them, like an eHarmony kind of questionnaire, or how'd you pick the 2 people?
Well, the idea really came from fans. For years, single fans have been saying, look, we'd really love to meet somebody. I don't have somebody to race with, and I'd really love to meet somebody. How about you play matchmaker and try to pair me up with somebody. So we had a lot of applications from people who were single. And then we just put the word out there and said, we're looking for some singles. We went to various outlets. There's so many outlets now for singles. And it's amazing how many people are looking for love. And to try to find that perfect match, to find that perfect partner is very, very difficult. But it's possible. And that's really what we want to see. In an ideal world, we have a couple that meet for the first time at the starting line. They fall in love over 21 days, over 35,000 miles racing around the world. They go on to win $1 million. And then I'm back. If Richard, you still be talking to me, I'm back, and we say, guess what? The team that we had on last season, they fell in love, and they're having a baby in May.
Oh, wow!
So maybe I should be on the season 27 of America of the show.
Of The Amazing Race.
The Amazing Race.
Yeah. No, it's all right. Now, listen, I've thrown you off your game because I've taken 10 years to send you what you felt was rightfully yours.
No. And by the way, Phil, I was actually distracted just now because I got a text from a friend of mine that works for CBS, and she's telling me now that even though the new season is just starting now, you're already doing auditions for the next season coming up in April.
I know. So, yes, we are. We're actually going to, we'll shoot it over the summer. So, yes, we have we have been auditioning. It's like an ongoing thing. It's like, listen, you guys know, when you work in this business and you're able to do it for any period of time, it's a blessing. And so I see, my involvement in this show and the opportunity that I've had is a real blessing.
And it's a blessing that we have you as the host for so many seasons because you think Amazing Race and Phil Keoghan, I mean, it goes hand in hand like peanut butter and jelly, and people are so used to it now, and the ratings are just phenomenal, and they continue to be huge. I can't wait to see the ratings from last night, which I think threw some people off because it was a 90-minute opening, and then tomorrow night back to the normal time slot, 8 o'clock on CBS, and it's going to be even more incredible, I understand, than last night.
Well, yeah, we've taken the, think about this, from the start to the end of the first leg on this date, which does not, this is the longest first date ever, right? It's 21 days if they last.
Yeah, I know.
And think about this, that after 18 hours, from go to the end of the first leg, they've known each other less than a day, and they're standing there. And last night, the first three teams to check in were all the single teams, the teams that came in as singles who are now these new couples. So they beat out the teams that started at in the race as couples, as existing couples. None of us saw that happening. We thought, it's going to take a while for these teams to gel and to find a way of working together. First three teams to check in.
That's pretty incredible. Were there any really embarrassing moments or that they left in the show that we're going to see, or is there something they took out that made somebody really uncomfortable in that 21 days?
I want to just say this. If there's ever anything that's uncomfortable or true or interesting that happens, I promise you, if it's interesting, it will be in the show. People say to me all the time, "Oh, you must have really good stuff that doesn't make it in the show." I'm like, if it's not better than something that we've already done in the show, okay, it's not going to make it. But trust me, if there is something really good, it will be in the show.
So is this going to be another Emmy Award-winning season?
Well, that I can't predict. But, we work very hard every season to try to do something new and different. We try to maintain the standard of the show, and thankfully people do still turn up to watch our show after 26 seasons, and for that we are very grateful.
So in this episode, they take on an Olympic-sized detour on the Amazing Race in Japan. What was your favorite place out of the 21 days where you went to, Phil?
I think Namibia. We went to Namibia in season 2, and it's a country that is at the bottom of the African continent. It is just it's on the south western part of the African continent, and It is home to the world's oldest desert. It's spectacular. The colors of the sand on the sand when the sun is setting and sun rises, it's just magnificent, and it changes throughout the day. And to be able to take them there after coming out of Europe, which we did, was really incredible.
Just amazing. Phil Keoghan, the host of the Emmy Award-nominated The Amazing Race, thank you so much for spending some time with us to talk about the new season 26, which is just incredible. And look for me, Rich Stevens, auditioning for season 27 coming up soon.
Yes, I'll look out for you.
Yeah, right. You'll look the other way. Phil, thank you so much.
I'll look out for you. I will. That's no problem looking out for you. I'll look out for you. And I've made a note here. I'm sending myself an email about these photos. I'm going to go and dig them out.
Okay, sounds good. I'll look for the email. It's Rich, R-I-C-H, at 850WFTL.com. Phil, thank you so much, and just keep it going.
You got it.
All right. Thank you, sir.